The year is 1890, and Vincent van Gogh, one of the most influential post-impressionist painters of all time, has just completed his final work. It is a self-portrait of sorts, a view from his bedroom window at the Yellow House in Avers, France. The painting is 18 by 24 inches, a small piece for him, and it's gone. It's not lost, not destroyed, simply vanished. The painting was last seen in 1899 at an exhibition in Paris. Then it disappeared until a few months ago, when an amateur sleuth found it in a private collection in Switzerland. The painting is now back in France and on display at the Art Institute of Chicago. It's a beautiful pastoral scene with the main character being a pair of shoes sitting on the ground, floor below Van Gogh's window. From the perspective of the artist, they are placed directly beneath a chair, as if someone just kicked them off and left them there. But the shoes don't belong to any person we know or care about. They are simply placed there to establish a connection between the indoor and outdoor space. The rest of the painting is filled with lush green grass, a winding path, and a white wall that runs along the side of the house. In the distance, we can see a road disappearing into the horizon. Upon first glance, the painting appears to be finished. There's nothing particularly mysterious about it. And yet this humble work holds within it the key to unlocking the enigma that is Vincent van Gogh. The man and the myth, the story of which continues to capture our imagination more than a century after his death. When I first learned of this painting as a child, I remember thinking how strange it was that anyone would want to obscure such an important part of art history. As a painter myself, I couldn't imagine why anyone would want to hide their final work, especially one so significant to the development of modern art. But then again, when you think about it, what better way to protect your legacy than by making sure no one ever sees your final painting? Van Gogh's final years were spent in poverty and obscurity, far from the acclaim he would later receive. He died believing himself to be a failure, having sold only one painting during his lifetime. By ensuring his final work remains unseen, Van Gogh could protect himself from the scrutiny and criticism that had haunted him for so long. Or perhaps he simply wanted to spare his contemporaries blushes. After all, he was known for being a difficult and controversial figure during his lifetime, and his final work may have been too much for the art world to handle. Whatever the reason, the disappearance of this painting has only added to the aura of enigma that surrounds Van Gogh's life and work. It is impossible to say for sure what the painting would have looked like had it not been hidden away for so many years. But thanks to the efforts of those who sought it out, we can now get a glimpse of what might have been the very last thing Van Gogh ever painted. As for the painting itself, it is a beautiful example of the artist's work. The colors are bright and cheerful, and the brushwork is loose and confident. Despite the subject matter being nothing more than a pair of shoes sitting on the ground floor, Van Gogh manages to make it interesting and engaging. The composition is strong, and there is a sense of peace and tranquility to the work that is truly captivating. I am grateful to have had the opportunity to see this painting in person. It is a privilege to be able to stand in front of a work of art and contemplate the skill and talent of the artist who created it. To think that this is the last thing Van Gogh ever painted makes it all the more poignant. It is a reminder of the brevity of life and the fragility of human existence. But it is also a celebration of the power of art to transcend time and connect us with the human experience in a way that nothing else can. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the world of art. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so you never miss an update. Till next time, stay curious and keep creating.